Okay, number 16.
She trusts me.
16, it's compound inequality. 3 parts. The x is always going to be in the middle for these. We want to keep it in the middle. So we want to get the x by itself in the middle. So what do I got to do first? Yes, sir.
Add the 1 to both the 5 and -3.
Add 1 to all 3 parts, right?
Yes, sir.
So I got -2 less than 2x less than 6. And then we'll
And then you want to divide the 2 to all 3 parts.
divide by 2 to all 3 parts. Good. -1 less than x less than 3. So basically this means our x values are going to be in between -1 and 3. So on a number line it would look like that. -1, 3. And in notation would look like -1 to 3, not including either one. Questions? All right, 17. They give us f of x is equal to a negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 5, and they want us to find f of -1. All right, so what do we do?
Don't you have to plug the -1 into all the x's?
Plug -1 in for all the x's. -2, -1 squared plus 8, -1 minus 5. Remember your order of operations. So I got a -2 minus 8 gives us -10, minus 5 gives us -15. So f of -1 is equal to -15. Yes, sir.
If we have problems like this, can we do synthetic division to make it faster?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wait, with synthetic division, is -15 going to be the remainder?
Yes, your remainder for these will be your answer.
Okay.
Yep. If you do synthetic division with this problem. And what number would, let's do it, since you're asking. What number would go in the box?
Positive.
-1. Make sure if you're doing these f of x problems and you want to do synthetic division, you actually plug in that value in the box. We'll bring down the coefficients, -2, 8, and -5. Be careful here of what, when you're putting down the coefficients. Make sure you're not missing any x values, right? Any terms up here, because you got to include the zeros if you are. Bring down the -2, multiply, you get 2, 10, -10, -15. Remember the remainder is your answer for these questions. Okay? Good. All right, 18. G of x is equal to a -x squared. We talked about that plenty of times, didn't we? Minus 9x plus 3. They want us to find g of 3. So if we use the same process, we'll plug 3 in for the x's. -3 squared minus 9 plus 3. Remember, this square only goes with the x. So this will become a -9 minus 27 plus 3. -36 plus 3, -33. Questions on that? Yes, sir.
I just gotta ask you for number 17, for the 8 with the negative, the 8 with the -1 in parentheses,
Uh-huh.
will that always be a negative number whenever the number within the parentheses is negative?
Just multiplying a positive 8 times, it's like 8 times x.
Yes, sir.
So positive 8 times -1 gives us -8.
Okay.
Negative 8. Questions on 17 or 18? Alright, 19. Write the equation in standard form for the line that goes through the point -1, 3, and has slope of 1/4. Alright, so they want us to write the equation in standard form. What form do we have to start with?
Point slope.
Thank you. Point slope, always start with point slope. So it'll end up being y minus 3 equals 1/4 x plus 1. And then they want it in standard form, so we gotta distribute. Y minus 3 equals 1/4 x plus 1/4. The x's and the y's have to be on the left, so I'll move this over. And the constants on the right-hand side, so I'll add the 3 over. But instead of writing plus 3, what am I going to write?
12/4.
12/4, right? I need common denominators. So I have -1/4 x plus y is equal to 13/4. Alright, I got two problems here. My a is negative, I got to fix that. And I got fractions. Before we move on, Christian, you have a question?
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, no, okay.
Yes, sir.
You have a question?
No, I was gonna.
You do. Yes?
Sorry, how does -1/4 plus 12/4 equal 13/4?
Well, we got common denominators, right? Yes? So you just add the numerators and keep the denominator. 1 and 12 is 13. And keep the 4. Okay?
It's because the one is negative.
What one is
I
negative?
mean the 1/4. That's why I was confused. No, at the bottom. Oh, you were subtracting.
I moved this over, so these cancel out, so it ends up over here.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so we gotta fix those two problems. So if I multiply everything by a -4, that'll fix both problems, right? That'll make my a positive, and then I'll get rid of my fractions. So I have a positive x minus 4y is equal to -13. Questions? Yes.
Couldn't you have just gotten rid of the fraction like in the middle? Or is it like y minus 3 equals 1/4 x plus 1/4? Could you have just got rid of the fraction there?
I could have multiplied at that point times 4. That'll work. Yeah, sure. Any other questions? Good, all right. 20. Write the equation in slope-intercept form. Alright, so start with point slope. And plug in what you got, so it'll be y plus 1 is equal to 1/3 x minus 4. And they want it in slope-intercept form, so we gotta get the y by itself. First we gotta distribute. X minus 4/3. And subtract the 1 over. Minus 1 minus 3/3. So I'll end up with y is equal to 1/3 x minus 7/3. Questions? Okay.